Hi guys, I'm back. And here I'm going to show you what you're working on for social studies this week. So, this week we've got a pretty cool activity. We have been talking all about the colonies and colonial America. Last week we talked about Plymouth a little bit, and we just started touching on Jamestown and why that is important to understanding our country and how its foundation began. And so today, what you're going to do is a scavenger hunt on your computer. You're going to find week of 415, that's this week, and it's in your module. The first thing that you're going to do is click on the actual thing that says Jamestown Scavenger Hunt. Okay. And this is going to show you a couple different things, something to think about. So, as you're going through this, after the starving time, the surviving settlers came very close to giving up and abandoning the settlement. If you were one of the survivors, what would you have done? So I want you to think about, as you're going through some of these pictures and artifacts and learning about some of the people, what would it be like for you? And would you be a part of Jamestown and the settlement? Or would you give up? Would you try to go somewhere else? So just a question to think about. You have a website here that says let's go, and you also have the document here, Jamestown Scavenger Hunt, that you can download as a Word document if you need to do that. When you click on let's go, you're going to come to this beautiful website, and it says Jamestown Rediscovery. And one of the things that I want you to do is just start to play around a little bit. There are lots of different things going on this website. There are lots of movies, there are demonstrations you can see, there are actual people and their own pages. You can go up and you can actually read about different things, the history, the genealogy. And that's really cool. And it talks about how you may have family or ancestors that you don't know about, or you might know about, that go all the way back to these colonial times and can share or have stories about them. So, what you're going to do, you have a couple different options for how you want to turn this in. When you go back to your module, the very next thing you see will be the document. So, you have a couple different choices. You can download this as a Word document. And when you open it up as a Word document, if that's something that you like to do, you can click on it and save it and type on it there. If you don't want to use Word or you have no idea what I'm talking about because you don't use Word on your computer, that's okay. You can go to the Jamestown scavenger hunt, which is going to appear here. And when you get there, you'll make your own copy of it. How do I do that? Well, I come on over here and I click File, make a copy. And now, instead of copy of, I'm going to put my name. So Miss Sonia would put her name. And then you make a copy of it. Now, once I've made that copy, I can get rid of this one. And I like to do this just so that I don't go back on top of the template or get different places mixed up of what I'm typing and what I'm adding to. So I'm going to exit out of that one. And I'm going to look at this. If you click on this Jamestown link at any time, it will send you back to the history of Jamestown. That way, if you start and then you stop, or you have internet problems, or you're at home, you can get back there just by clicking that link. So there are 4 different categories that you're going to be working through, and these screenshots are clues to where you will find these different topics. Up here, when you get to history of Jamestown, you'll see we've got home, visits, archaeology, collections, history, and education and support. You probably won't use either of those things, but if you want to look, you can. Then what you're going to do, and you can do this in any order. So whatever is maybe makes the most sense to you. Maybe you get really excited and you want to look at the map. So when you click on the map of discovery, you're going to notice that on top of every little location, you're going to get a blurb that kind of helps you understand. And if you scroll down here, that same thing will take you to whatever that information is. So, for example, Governor's Well is number 36. So, where's number 36? Right there, look, it's Governor's Well. I click here. While excavating a 1608 ditch projecting off the fort's north bulwark, the team found a brick-lined well from the 1610s. Click here to learn more. So then I click on this, and it's going to take me to another place. Look, and you're going to get to see the archaeologists and what they actually found. You'll be able to click on different things for close-ups. You might be asked to do a 360 view in one of these. So in that, you would just click on the map and you can kind of turn yourself around and look and see what you're noticing. So there's lots of different things to play with and find out about as you go through this scavenger hunt. That's why you can bounce around, and then whenever you're done, you can come back. Each of these columns have things for you to look for. This one is going to tell you to find this text and then give some shocking facts and 2 artifacts and name and describe them. This one here about Pocahontas, it's going to give you a text that you need to find. You're going to write some shocking facts, and then you're going to talk about Christianity in her marriage and what that looks like. And the reason that marriage and Christianity are in quotes is because those are also clues. Then we've got the map of discoveries. You're going to see the soldier pits and the grave in the chancel. And there are several different things that they're going to ask of you there. You can click right on this text and type right on the document. So it's super easy for you to add all of your information as you are going through this. When you are finished and it's a Google Doc, then you just save your work. If it's a Word doc, you save it. And the third way that you could do this is by a student annotation. So you'll notice when you hit Start Assignment and you scroll down, you will have an option to annotate right on the document. That might be a little bit more challenging, and sometimes you lose your work, but it is an option if you want to. And you can also print out the scavenger hunt as well as a document and write on it. So that will be your project for social studies. Take your time. You can go in any order that you want, and we will start to share our discoveries when I come back next week.